my God, look at this buck.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. This is a video of the big 9-pointer I just killed last weekend, November the 8th, but I apologize. I got no footage of the shot. I only got footage of the recovery. He was on me so fast. I only had my phone. I was filming. I had just filmed the 2 does in the food plot that he was coming to check, which ultimately led him to his demise. But anyway, by the time I saw him, by the time I shot, it was probably less than 30 seconds. And I was not even concerned with trying to get the phone and the camera on him. I just wanted to make the shot because he was about to be out in front of me and he was at a steady walk. So I didn't even worry about the video. I'm there to kill the deer. I'm not worried about the video. If I don't get the video, then oh well. That's just the way I feel about it. But anyway, this deal started back in June of this year. I found a new spot an old club member had that got out of the club. So I got, I won't say permission, but the go ahead to hunt the spot because nobody was hunting. I was like, I wanted to hunt it just somewhere different. And the guy that was in the club, he's killed several bucks in the spot, so I knew it was probably a good spot. It was up on a pine ridge, real thick, a lot of beautyberry, briars, sweet gum, just perfect deer habitat. They just like that thick stuff. And it was a big stand of mature pines with a creek bottom. Down at the end of the stand, the pines, just an absolute perfect spot. I knew there was deer in there. So originally I put a spin feeder in there and started getting pictures of a buck, but he never would eat at the feeder. He was always out around the edge. He never would come eat at the feeder. So I got rid of that feeder, put a pipe feeder in, moved it about 50 yards into the woods, and immediately started getting pictures. They was eating at it. Him and another buck showed up, a big 8-pointer and a 9-pointer, which is the one I killed. And then about 1st of July, another big 9-pointer showed up, a big old mature deer. He was probably 6 years old, 7 years old. He was just a big old deer. But he would hardly be there with those two. So my main target was one of those two, the 9-pointer or the 8-pointer. And they were there all summer, pretty regular, eating the new tracks and corn and the final destination blocks. They loved that block. They would eat that block over the corn like 10 to 1. They would be on the block. So it rocked on all summer around August. I watched this 9-pointer from the time he was growing out till they shed, and I was afraid they was going to leave when they shed, but they didn't. They stuck around, both of them. But the other big older 9-pointer, he left. I never got any more pictures of him. But those two stuck around, thank goodness. But eventually the 8-pointer disappeared when the rut kicked off. Pre-rut started. I got pictures of the big 8-pointer in some scrapes close to that spot. And the 9-pointer, they both were working the same scrapes. I don't know what that was about, but I guess it was just community scrape. There was some smaller bucks working it too. But there was like 4 scrapes right there in a small little area under 2 different limbs. But I kept putting those down in them and kept them fresh, and they would hit them regular before the rut really kicked off. But I got a food plot put in at this spot. I knew it was going to be a good spot if I could get a food plot put in and get some does in there. And we got the food plot put in, and it come up, and it was really green, and it was pretty. And the does started using it, and sure enough, 2 days before I killed him, I got pictures of him. He was in the food plot, bumping does. One night, early in the morning, one morning at 10:30, he come through there. I knew he was chasing does. He had his nose on the ground. But I knew he was in the area, so I just had to get in there and put some time in the stand. I knew if I hunted long enough, I would probably catch him coming through there. And that's exactly what happened. November the 8th rolled around. I hunted that morning, seen a small buck a couple of little does come passing through the plot. They didn't hang around long. About 11 o'clock I got down. I hadn't seen nothing else, so it was a slow morning kind of. But I went, got something to eat, come straight back to the stand about 1:45. I got back in the ladder stand. I set the ladder stand up behind the ground blind. I had a ground blind set up on the feeder to bow hunt out of. I had this deer at 35 yards the day after I killed the peanut butter buck behind the house. I almost sealed the deal then on him. He hung up at 35 yards. I don't know. He didn't smell me, but you know how big bucks are. They got this hesitation zone. If they don't want to commit, they're not. They're gonna turn around and leave, and that's what he done. He stood there for like 5 minutes, just smelling and looking, and he turned around to leave one time. Then he turned right back around, and I thought he was coming, and he stopped again. And then he turned around and trotted off, and I knew he was gone. So anyway, fast forward on November the 8th, that afternoon, 2 does come out about 4:45. I sat there from 1:45. The first deer came out at like 4:45. Then another doe came out. They fed around out there for quite some time, and that was all that came out. And they all of a sudden just, their ears come up, and they were looking hard to my left, and I knew something else was over there. I figured it was another doe, but I got my binoculars out and looked, and I seen some bushes swaying. I come to think of it, I think he was rubbing a tree or thrashing on some bushes or something with his horns. But anyway, I seen some bushes moving, and when I was looking through the binoculars, I seen the legs and chest of a deer walk up behind a little cedar tree. I knew immediately it was a buck because I could tell by his chest. And then he took a few more steps, and I seen his rack, and I knew it was a big 9, and I went into kill mode then. I got the binoculars put up and got the gun up. And by the time I got the gun up, he was standing right in front of the ground blind. Like, he closed the distance that fast. He was coming to check them does. I know what he was doing. And he stopped, and I couldn't even see his head when I shot. All I could see was his shoulder and about middle of his body. So I put it right on his heart and squeezed her off. And son, he didn't go 20 yards and piled up. He couldn't even run when I squeezed it off. I mean, he was done as soon as the shot went off. And I was tore up. I'm telling y'all, I was tore up. You'll see. I couldn't even talk. He's probably my best buck. I ain't even pulled a tape on him. I ain't measured him. I ain't scored him. I ain't done nothing. I just dropped him off to my guy to get a Euro done on him because I ain't got no room for no shoulder mount, so I'm going to Euro him. But I'm going to get him to score him whenever he gets him caked out and gets him done. But I hope y'all enjoyed the video. It was a great hunt. I've been after this deer all summer, all bow season. Finally closed the deal on him with the rifle. I was tagged out after him. I'm on doe patrol now, so hope y'all enjoy it.
Holy shit, y'all, I just shot the big 9. I ain't got no footage of it because he snuck in here on me. Oh shit. He's laying dead right there. 40 freaking yards from the stand. Oh my God. Let me unload this gun. I jacked another one because I was finna give it to him again if he kept running. Oh my God. God almighty. Thank you so much, Lord. Thank you. Thank you so much. I've been working hard on this deer all year. I had 3 shooters in here during bow season. Him, a 8-pointer, and another big 9-pointer. He's been in this food plot the last 3 days. Yesterday morning, he come through here at 10:30. I got a picture of him. Oh my God. Thank you, Jesus. Tagged out, baby. Go! I'm gonna flip it around, y'all can see. Laying right there. Ah, yes, yes, yes. Dude, I'm tore up. God, I can't even talk, man. Holy cow. I've been hunting that deer all year. I've been watching that deer since June. November the 8th. Smoked him. There were 2 does in the plot right here in front of me. And they kept looking over there. They kept looking. And then both of them just come to attention and looked. And I knew it was another deer over there somewhere. I figured it was another doe. And I seen some bushes move out there, just raking like flop like that. So I picked up my binoculars and looked. And I could see the chest and legs of a deer, and I knew it was a buck. And he stepped out behind a tree, and I seen his rack, and I was like, holy cow. There he is. I get my binoculars back in my harness right fast, and boy, he closed the distance fast. He was right. He come right to the feeder. I shot him right there on top of the block, right there. Oh, God. Broke the new vortex in the right way. Big buck down. Booyah! Yeah. Jesus Christ, Joe. Oh boy, what a deer. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God, look at this buck. Jesus. Oh, mercy, mercy, mercy. Yes, sir. Hot dog. Let's go, baby. Oh God, I can't thank the Lord enough. Good Lord, look at this deer, y'all. What a buck. Beautiful deer. I straight freaking heart punched him too. God, dog, boy, he stinks. Yeah. Man, God. Still got my dag going. I don't even know what to say. I've been deer buck a long time. I've been hunting this deer all year. I know that he's gonna come back through here. He's been in here 2 days in a row. He was in here yesterday morning chasing doe. God, dog, he's pretty. Big old neck swole up. Yes! I ain't got nothing but my phone. I ain't bring the big camera. I don't care. Still gonna go on the channel. I'm sorry I didn't get the shot on film, but big buck down, baby. Hancock County, let's go. Yes, sir, we're gonna get him out of here. My phone about dead anyway. I'm gonna charge it up. We'll get some pictures and all that good stuff. So, heck yeah. Big 9 is down.